Alright, so first thing you gotta do if you want to make a key for your Ski-Doo sled and you don't have a key is you gotta get this ignition out. And first thing you encounter is these nuts here. So this one I've already loosened up a bit, but I'm going to show you a trick because a lot of people don't have these special kind of like spanner wrenches that can go across that. But all you really need is some common tools and you can get her done. So what we got here is we've got ourselves a pair of vice grips and we've got one slotted screwdriver that's pinned in there, and then we've got another screwdriver. So essentially once you get both these together, you're going to be able to have the two contact points that you're going to need to wrench that over. Once you get those, come in, line them up, and then just loosen like that. That's pretty much all you need to do. Once you get this part unscrewed, you can see the back side, there's going to be a plug that we'll get out to. So if you look on the back here, that's basically the switch module contacts onto it, and then you just pull that right off. Okay, so then just come around back here, pull that off, and this is the plugs that goes on the back. Alright, so once you get the lock removed from the snowmobile, you're going to want to take the cylinder out so that you can see the tumblers and be able to figure out what height they're at. So thanks to the help from one of my friends, Sam, who's a trained locksmith, he showed me that there's usually some type of a clip to remove on this since there's nothing on the back side. So if you take a look here, down inside this hole, there is a spring clip. So you can take something like a nail or a small punch, push it, and it will release. Alright, so once you get it compressed, you're able to release it like that. And it comes out. So this right here, this was that spring clip that was holding everything into the groove inside. So turns out most of these locks are a Yale keyway, and so you can go down to your hardware store, pick up a Y11, and that fits inside. So essentially what happens is this type of a tumbler setup, instead of being like round pins, you have these flat blades and they protrude through the top and the bottom, and so for it to unlock it's going to have to line up like that. So essentially what you would do is you first get the key, figure out where it bottoms out, and then you can mark it with a Sharpie marker. You can see a little bit left over from there, and essentially you just keep filing until the pins line up. You go through one by one, use a small round file, and keep filing it until it gets to the right height, and then you'll have the key that will actuate. So I can show you with one of the other ignitions. This is a different pattern, and you can see how it doesn't quite line up because the pattern's different. But when you first start out, if this was solid, it's going to start out and it's going to push all of them to the bottom, and then little by little, as you remove parts of the key, that's going to get it to line up, and then the key will turn. So that's pretty much the gist of how you can make your own key for an old sled if you don't have the key. So then once you get that set up and you put it back in, you just have to compress this clip there, line everything back up again, slide it back in until you feel it snap, and then the key will turn it. one thing when I was looking at trying to do this, I was thinking about just replacing the ignitions. They do range from like $25 to $50, which doesn't seem too bad, but I felt like I might as well give it a try to see if I can keep the original ignitions. The one thing to keep in mind is, depending on the model you have, depending on how many positions the key has, you're going to have more contacts. So if you are trying to match one of these, you're going to want to make sure and get the one with the same positions that yours has. So in our case, the Safari has more key positions, and the Citation only has one key position, on position. So there you have it. So you can see this one is the Safari, 2 positions, and this is the Citation, just on off. So hopefully you found this helpful, and remember, get out and get off road.